About a week ago, we heard about a new bill that was coming up in the Senate. The bipartisan bill known as, and I need to look this up because it's a very long-winded name, Protecting Children from Abusive Games Act. What is that, you might ask? In layman's terms, it's the anti-loot box bill. It was a bill made by Senate to combat loot boxes and microtransactions in video games. Then why the fuck is it called Protecting Children Act? Because they have worded it in such a way that it focuses heavily on children surrounding the possibility of loot boxes rather than the loot boxes themselves. The bill is a kind of a throwback to the 90s style, won't someone please think of the children kind of thing, rather than actually looking at and addressing the issue that you're facing. And to the video game industry, especially companies like EA and particularly the ESA and the ESRB, I have but one thing to say in regards to this bill. Fuck you! You jackasses deserve this piece of shit! We, the consumers, have been warning you bastards for years that if you did not straighten up, if you did not take control of this, if you did not stop your incessant, non-controllable greed, that the government would come down. They would see this problem that would only take a little bitty hammer to pound out, and they'd take a fucking sledgehammer and beat the shit out of it. That's what the government does. Whenever they see something that people do not like, a small amount of people do not like, they will come and just destroy it with legislation, especially if they can find a way to make a buck out of it. And that's what this is. The bill is so vague, so wide-reaching, and so intense that it could actually fuck up a lot of video games. The bill is so vague and wide that if you have children characters in your game, you can't have loot boxes or non-cosmetic microtransactions or pay-to-win expansions. Fallout. The Fallout games, not 76, don't count that one. Fallout 3 and 4, hell, even something like Fallout 2, could not have microtransactions because it has children NPCs in them, and therefore it is a game made for children or with the expectation that children will play it. There are many things I can say about Fallout. The idea that children are playing it is not one of them. And yet that's what would happen with this bill. That's just how wide it is. I do not want to see something like this passed because it's so vague and wide. I hate government over-intervention, and that's what this is. This is the government trying to take control of a thing that they have absolutely no clue on, just to try. Basically, the pendulum has swung so far one direction in favor of the corporations that now they're trying to swing it the exact opposite way so that the corporations can't do jack shit. And look, I'm all in favor of microtransactions and especially loot boxes being regulated so that they can't do this scummy shit, but this is overcompensating to a degree that is going to actually fuck up a lot of games. All of that being said, for as much as I am against this bill, these fucking corporations and the ESA and the ESRB absolutely deserve every single thing they get. And I hope that it actually does pass just so that they can be destroyed. The ESA needs to be dissolved now. They have failed. They have failed in their one core mission. Keep the government out of video games. They fucking failed. They failed on a massive fuck level that is now seeing the government come in and could potentially damage years worth of video games. This is all their fucking fault for not reining in these companies, which they are supposed to do. Why didn't they do that? Oh, I could never begin to guess why the ESA did not try and stop these mega million-dollar corporations. Whew. Yeah, I'm not happy about the ESA, can you tell? Seriously, and I mean this with complete honesty. I don't want to see something like this pass. At the very core level of my being, I don't want to see something like this pass because it's so wide-reaching and so obtuse. If they refined it, if they made it a bit more specific, if they didn't make it so all-encompassing, then yeah, I'd be absolutely in favor of it. But at the base Schadenfreude level of my stupid brain, I hope to hell this passes just to see these companies and the ESA squirm like the little worms that they are. I'm a vindictive little son of a bitch, ain't I? And I'm asking this honestly. I want to hear, what are your thoughts in regard to this? Do you feel like me that these corporations and the ESA have brought this on themselves, or do you think that this is too overreaching and no, this shouldn't pass because it will do too much damage? I am, like I've said, I'm of two minds of this, and I know that this is going to be bad in the long run, but my short run brain is oh so happy to see these companies pay for what they've done. Let me know what you think. Let me know your opinion on this, because I can go back and forth on this all day, and I would just sit here for 30, 40 minutes going back and forth in a rant. Gee, that's so new for my channel, isn't it? Anyway, this has just been Math Machine talking about the new, once again, Protecting Children from Abusive Games Act. And just how fucking retarded it could be, and yet how much I will absolutely enjoy watching the ESA burn for it. I may be a bad man, but I have fun. Peace out.